What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So in this video, we're going over why NIO stock is up over 200% in the last 3 months, but more specifically, why they went up almost 60% just in August. So this 60% increase is referring to the beginning of August up to where it spiked, not where it's currently at, because it's dropped down a little bit in the past week or so. Because if we look at the 1 month chart, you can see it's only up just over 27%. But you can see at the beginning of August, it was just under $14. And then on August 26th, they hit a high of $20.49. It was actually higher than this, but this is the highest that Robinhood shows. And you can see at this point, it shows a 48% increase compared to August 5th. But on August 1st and 2nd, they were actually lower than this $13.79. So it's kind of crazy because even though NIO increased by almost 60% in August, they also had a very similar increase in July. They had a 54.7% increase in the share price. So at this rate, if they keep increasing by 50% month after month, their share price is going to be pretty high pretty soon. Now that's not going to happen. They're going to slow down, obviously. They shouldn't keep increasing by over 50% month after month. But you can see with this consistent growth that they have a lot of potential in the future. And also just in the year 2020, the share price for NIO has gone up nearly 350%. And we're just coming into the fourth quarter here. And fourth quarter is when most car brands sell the most amount of vehicles. I think NIO's share price should increase even more in the fourth quarter of 2020, which we're just coming into now, especially if NIO keeps reporting good numbers for the coming months. Now in September, they estimated that they're going to hit 5,000 deliveries, which would be a large increase from August, where they hit just around 3,900, I believe. And then if we move forward into October, November, and December, that's fourth quarter, so they should hit even higher numbers because that's when people buy the most amount of vehicles. NIO's fourth quarter sales and their share price could also be very dependent on what Tesla does. Because if Tesla ends up reporting good numbers and Tesla's share price goes up, then NIO should follow just behind as well. Now obviously NIO is a fraction of the price of Tesla, but the charts for both Tesla and NIO lately have been very similar. There was one day as well, and I made a video covering this, that NIO and Tesla had almost exactly the same chart for the day. You could almost have laid one chart on top of the other and they would have looked very similar. But one of the big reasons why NIO has been up lately in the last few months, I think mostly is due to the reverse merger that Nikola announced. And since Nikola announced this reverse merger, there's been a lot of talk about other EV companies, and they hope to find the next Tesla before it blows up. Even right now, Tesla could be the next Tesla because they keep increasing in price. Even after they did the stock split, they hit all-time highs just after that, which I guess is somewhat expected because there was a lot of talk and a lot of hype after the stock split, and more people were able to afford shares after it split. So a lot of people bought in. But then the market kind of dipped down after the split of both Apple and Tesla, which I think a lot of people also expected. They thought that there was this big tech bubble and it was going to pop at some point. And it somewhat did. I don't think the market's going to go down too much more, but all these tech companies were so overvalued and they were getting so inflated that now they're just somewhat pulling back. And I think that's a healthy thing for the market. The market can't just always go up without any repercussions. But back to NIO, they've been on US market since 2018. Unlike a lot of these other companies, especially like Nikola and Hyliion, where they're both doing a reverse merger with a SPAC, which is a special purpose acquisition company. But since these two companies have announced these reverse mergers, all these other EV companies have gotten a lot of hype as well, which increases the share price of all electric vehicle companies because people want to find the next Tesla. So I think as Tesla kind of leads the way, because they're pretty much the biggest EV company there is right now, let alone they could be the biggest company in the world in the future. And a lot of people would disagree with me on that, but I think it's very possible. But as Tesla kind of leads the way, they kind of pave the path for these other EV companies, and then they just follow along. Because if people are bullish on Tesla, they want to be bullish on other EV companies too, because people know that electric vehicles are kind of the future. I mean, already for semi-trucking, there's been new regulations where by the year 2025, there has to be zero emission trucking. I don't know how many states this covers, but I know I read somewhere that there has to be zero emission trucking. So that could also be something that could potentially happen for NIO, is that they could get into the trucking business in the future. Right now they're making just your average electric vehicle for the everyday consumer, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they got into trucking. Because since Tesla was started, they just made everyday consumer vehicles as well. But just lately in the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about them making semis, and now they're actually planning on doing it within the next couple of years. But you can see here it says that NIO also likely benefited from Tesla's incredible August share price run up. And I exactly agree with that. I think NIO is pretty much following step by step behind Tesla, just at a fraction of the price. But even though right now NIO is pretty much following the same trend line as Tesla, I think they're kind of making a mark for themselves now, at least in the last few months, because they're setting new records for deliveries. And they're also releasing this new EC6 crossover SUV, and they hope to release this EC6 very soon. So if they bring out a third vehicle, right now they're already setting new delivery highs each month, month after month. But if they bring out a new vehicle, there's going to be new hype for NIO, which in turn should lead to more deliveries. I think they could easily hit this $5,000 mark for September, and then October, November, and December should be quite substantially higher than just 5,000. I'm also going to throw up a chart here on the screen, and it shows the sales in China for NIO for all 3 years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. And you'll be able to see how in 2020 they have a pretty upwards trend for deliveries. And if they expect to hit 5,000 sales in September, I think they could hit 6,000 by the end of the year, because just looking at 2019 and 2018, the fourth quarter was their highest for sales. So I want to hear what your guys' opinions are down in the comments. Do you think NIO is going to keep increasing their sales all the way through the end of the year, or do you think they're going to peak in September and then kind of maintain or go down by the end of the year? Personally, I think they're going to keep increasing sales through the end of the year, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.